If you're a coach or a consultant who is not interested to learn so many complicated ways of getting leads like sales funnels, landing pages, email marketing, and you want to get your client as soon as possible, then the most and best cost effective way is to do outreach manually by yourself. Now, there are other multiple ways that you can do outreach is through cold calling, right? Number two is cold emailing. But the most cost effective way that I personally like, it's DM slash content creation. That's the cheapest way of doing outreach to your target audience. So you can do that on your own, or you can hire somebody else to do that on a daily basis. Now, there are two ways of looking at DM setting. Number one is outbound marketing. That means reaching out to your target audience by yourself. You have to have a reach out method to your target audience so you'll be able to connect with them, you'll be able to engage with them, and if they're interested in your service, then they will book a call with you. And if they're not, it's okay, because if you reach out to 100 people and your offer is really good, only 3% people will be okay to buy your product. More than 30 to 40% people, most likely they be interested, but they're not ready to get the product right away. The only people that what you are going to do is with the outbound marketing is that you're engaging with 3% target audience, but you're also preparing that 30 to 40% audience to do inbound marketing. And maybe it takes time with them, but that's the best way to do it. Because if you're not doing outbound marketing, you're not going to be able to close those leads. And if you're not doing inbound marketing, you're not able to close those leads. So it's very important to do outbound marketing and inbound marketing all together. Now, the second biggest thing is when it comes to outbound marketing, why is it so important? Before I go much more further, I just wanted to communicate who am I. My name is Sharjeel. I help coaches and consultants placed virtual assistant in their business. So if you are looking to buy back your time so you could focus on much more on research and development and give even this task to a virtual assistant, please send me a DM and I will love to place a virtual assistant who can do all of that for you. Now, the second thing is that when you're doing an outbound marketing is basically more like a door knocking. So for example, if I'm a real estate agent and I don't have a big budget to create big banners, run ads, even pay money to a big companies like Zillow, I'm not gonna be able to compete with them. For that reason, I have to do open houses, and when I do open houses, I have to call local community, I have to do door knocking, I have to drop flyers, I have to go to a shopping mall, I have to go to pick up my phone, start cold calling FISBOs and expire listing, and I have to do so much outbound marketing in order to reach out to my target audience. And if the best thing that I love to recommend any business owner is, instead of getting their contact information, I would like to get their Facebook profile or Instagram profile. Ask them what their Facebook page or Instagram, and then I'll send you a DM of the information. And if they're interested, great, right? But when you're not doing all of that and you're a coach or a consultant, you have to outreach to your prospect every single day, Monday to Friday. But if you're a coach or a consultant, you don't have the business model to reach out to your target audience every single day, Monday to Friday by yourself. So what you can do is that you can do outbound marketing on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn and reach out to your target audience 4 hours daily, in which you are going to reach out to 25 to 30 people per day. That's the goal. And if you reach out to 25 to 30 people per day, that's around, if you, let's say if you reach out to, that's 150 prospects. These are those target audience that are exactly match of what the target audience is. And then if you divide 150 times 4, that's almost 500 to 600 people a month. So if you're reaching out to your target audience for 500 to 600 people a month on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, you're going to be able to create good enough leads and pipeline to close more deals. So the number one reason is to reach out to more people is called group posting. Now with the group posting, what you do is that you kind of create hashtags, keywords, and group posting. Now the number one thing with the group posting is you're going to join groups that are made for your target audience. So, for example, if you are a parenting coach, you definitely want to join groups that are the parents who are engaging with each other. And once they're engaging with each other, they're asking questions. And in those groups, you have to be very careful and you're not creating content that is not engaging with them. And then you create hashtags. And then when you ask questions in that group, make sure you're not trying to sell anything on those groups, because majority of the groups don't like when you're trying to sell your product in that group. So ask engaging questions, and whoever is going to respond, you are going to respond to them. And if any parents write a question, you are going to engage with them to make sure that you are building a connection and a momentum in that group. And whoever is going to engage with you, or whoever you want to engage with them, you send them a DM, or you can write them a message. Hey, by the way, an impressive messaging, give them a compliment, or by the way, I have some PDFs that I can share with you. I just send you a DM. That way, what that person is going to do is they're going to check their DMs. If you're on a spam section, they're still going to try to find you, and then you engage with. Same thing on Instagram and LinkedIn. You can use hashtags and keywords. What hashtags and keywords do is that you're going to use those relevant hashtags and keywords to connect with your target audience. And if they're interested, they will be able to. So you use those hashtags and keywords to connect with your target audience who are struggling with those pain points, and they are going to, and you can target them with those hashtags and keywords. But the number one thing is that I do prefer is group posting. I think that's one of the best way to reach out, but you can also use hashtags and keywords. The most important part is the script. The script is very, very important, because what it does, it create an entire system for DM outreach. What would be your initial message? What would be your group posting? What is your target audience? And what are the follow-ups are going to be on those groups? By the way, I do have scripts that my virtual assistant and my client use. We give them a sample script, and if you're interested, I would love to share with you. Now, in the outbound marketing, you want to create a very subtle approach. You might want to give them a free giveaway so you can be able to engage with you on and build a relationship with you. The biggest thing about this type of outbound marketing, they feel they're heard, because the most annoying thing in the market right now is AI bots. And everybody out there is trying to connect with their target audience with AI bots. What makes you different is that you're literally having conversation with them. So it seems like not spamming people, and they feel like they're heard. They feel like you engage with them. And what it does, it kind of gives you an edge over your competitor, because your competitors are trying automations, sales funnels, landing pages, and there is no personalization. And on top of that, in outbound marketing, if you create a personal video, if somebody engage with you and you mention their name and you give them some type of a compliment, it will be even on top of it. The other biggest add-on is You have to be creating a constantly follow up system, and you have to stay in touch. So, for example, if it's their birthday, if there is family event, if you're not in touch with them, you're going to not be able to sustain a relationship with your target audience. The number one thing I would recommend is reach out to 25 to 30 people per day. This is my conclusion. And then stay in touch with them and follow with them. And number three is that send them a friend request. And what they do is that anytime you post something or you get live on WhatsApp and you use a keywords like add everyone, they are going to see all this content that you are creating. But in this video, I just want to talk about outbound marketing. I will be creating a next video that will mention and cover much more in detail inbound marketing. But for this video, if you are interested to get our scripts, please write down scripts on a DM and I will send it to you. Thank you so much.